Good day, dear students. In today's lesson, we are going to cover the idea of linking devices or connectors. The connectors we've picked for today's lesson are in spite of, despite, although, even though, and though. Five of these connectors are used to show contrasting ideas. Okay? Now, do you know how to connect two contrasting ideas? Look at these examples. Although, even though, look at these examples to see how although, even though, in spite of, and despite are used. Although we don't agree, I think she's a brilliant speaker. Even though we don't agree, I think she's a brilliant speaker. In spite of the law, people continue to use mobile phones while driving. Despite the law, people continue to use mobile phones while driving. Try this exercise to test your grammar. I will share the link in your lesson so that you can give it a try yourselves. Now, let's go through the explanation to learn some more. Although, even though, in spite, and despite are all used to link two contrasting ideas or show that one fact makes the other fact surprising. This is important. All four of them are used to show two contrasting ideas or to show that one fact makes the other fact more surprising. They can all be used at the beginning or in the middle of the sentence. How will we use in the beginning? Despite the rain, we enjoyed the festival. We enjoyed the festival, comma, despite the rain. The main difference between although, even though, in spite of, and despite is that they are used with different structures of the sentence. Now, let's have a look how they all are used in different sentence structures. In spite of and despite. After in spite of and despite, we use a noun, a gerund ing form of a verb, or a pronoun. These three things are used. Either you use a noun, a gerund in the ing form, or a pronoun. Let's have a look. They never made much money in spite of their success. Pronoun. Oh, wait. Their success. There is a pronoun. In spite of the pain in his leg, he completed the marathon. In spite of the pain in his leg. Again. This is none. The pain in leg. Despite having a headache, having is a gerund. You know what a gerund is, right? Gerund is when a verb is used as either a noun, a verb in the ing form is either used as a noun or as an adjective. Okay? Now, the train was cancelled. In spite of that, we arrived on time. Again, this is noun. Note that it is common to use in spite of and despite with the expression the fact that followed by a subject and a verb. In spite of the fact that he worked very hard, he didn't pass the exam. Despite the fact that he worked very hard, he didn't pass the exam. although and even though. After although and even though, we use a subject and a verb. Even though is slightly stronger and more emphatic than although. I enjoyed the course, although I would have liked more grammar practice. Okay. I is the subject, would is the verb. Although we saw each other every day, we didn't really know each other. After although, we are using a subject and a verb. Even though she spoke very quietly, he understood every word. She is the subject, spoke is the verb. She didn't get the job even though she had all the necessary qualifications. Again, she is the subject, had is the verb. Though. Though can be used in the same way as although. Though I wasn't keen on the film, I thought the music was beautiful. Again, subject, verb. Though can also go at the end of the second phrase. This way of expressing contrasting ideas is most common in spoken English. We waited ages for our food. The waiter was really nice, though. See, this is how we normally speak. In spoken, you use though at the end, not commonly in written. Okay, with that, we come to the second exercise. Do this grammar exercise to test your grammar again. Once again, I will share the exercise on Google Classroom so that it will be convenient and easy for you to attempt this exercise on your own. Remember, at the end of there are a total of 8 items in your exercise. Once you're done with all 8, you will press the finish icon over here and it is going to give you your result. I hope you have understood the usage of these 5 linking devices and you are going to incorporate them in your text. With that, we come to the end of our lesson. Thank you very much.